Hackers are spending millions of dollars buying dead website addresses because the internet still trusts them. A threat actor that researchers are calling Sable Squirrel now controls more than 10,000 domains, and these aren't all original domains. A big part of their operation involves existing domains that people have abandoned, and many of them have been used and are still being used for illegal sports streaming or for gambling sites. You probably have your go-to site for watching the game or for watching pay-per-view events for free, and you probably type it in manually. But if that domain gets abandoned or sold to someone nefarious, you may have no idea. You'll be typing in the same exact address into your browser and getting a site that looks and functions the same, but it has a new owner and now it's malicious. It's kind of like if someone is buying up buildings in an old neighborhood, and they buy the building that a name brand bank operates out of, but they don't change the name or indicate at all that the bank isn't operating there anymore. Online maps are still sending people there, and people are still walking through the familiar doors ready to hand over their money and information. Obviously, people will catch on eventually, but you can buy short-term trust, and you can make that trust very profitable. It's been estimated that Sable Squirrel has spent more than $7 million buying these expired domains, so they clearly see the value in buying short-term trust. And it's not just old sports streaming sites. These are just the hot ticket item right now. They've also bought domains connected to real businesses, charities, government projects, and even a cybersecurity company. Pretty much anything they think people will go to. Situations like this connect really well to something called processing fluency, basically a form of cognitive ease. When something looks familiar or is easy for our brains to process, it can feel inherently trustworthy before we've actually verified it, or before we've even really thought about it at all. There was a 1999 study where researchers gave people simple true or false statements about cities and countries. Some of the statements were easy to read, and others were a little more difficult and slightly harder to process. And as you probably guessed, the easier to read statements were more likely to be judged as true. Now, obviously, reading true or false statements on a screen and making your best guess isn't exactly the same thing as deciding whether a website is safe to browse, but the basic lesson is that familiar and easy can feel like evidence. That doesn't mean that short and simple automatically means believable, but cognitive ease can influence our judgment before we have time to stop and think about why something might feel untrustworthy. So the practical takeaway here isn't that you can't trust anything and you need to be anxious and alert at all times when online. It's that you need to build the habit of noticing behavior before appearances. If a website is suddenly asking you to download something or requesting unusual permissions, then it shouldn't matter how familiar or legit the site looks. The behavior is often what should set off red flags, not the appearance. Hackers are really good at making things look pretty. So as always, stay mindful, stay resilient, don't let familiarity be your verification, and follow for more cyber psychology breakdowns.